Hello, I am Sarah, and this is a visual representation of the Tila example that I gave to you in this blog that you've just read. So let me start here. Just follow my cursor so you can tell where I am and so you can also understand what this diagram is explaining here for us. So this is where it all starts. Tila's sales is going down and their retention rate is also going down. So this is a problem that has caught the attention of Tila's leadership. Before I continue, I would love to note that Tila's leadership doesn't know why their sales is going down, neither do they know why they are having retention problems. All they know is this problem has come up, and the first thing on their mind is to find out how to resolve it. So they come over here, they introduce the bi-weekly flash sale as a fix for the retention problem and their sales problem. Now, I intentionally chose this. There are different ways that businesses use discounts wrongly, but you see this bi-weekly flash sale. I picked this because between 2023 and this year 2026, I've seen an uprising in businesses using bi-weekly flash sales to boost revenue and retain their customers. I do not know whether there was a meeting held or there was a conference and somebody held the mic and addressed all the business people that attended and told them, if your sales is going down or you're unable to retain your customers, do a flash sale and you will sell a lot. And what these businesses usually do now, unfortunately, it is even small businesses that use this tactic the most. Unfortunately, what they do is every 2 weeks they do a sale. The sale starts from 12 a.m. in the middle of the night and it stops by 12 p.m. The next, no, not the next day, it stops by 12 p.m. that very day. And you know what happens? Customers literally stay awake till 12 a.m. when the flash sale starts and they buy. The rush is wild. I did see some businesses come out on social media to say that the amount of sales that they couldn't make in the last 4 months, that they made it in one night, in their first night of doing a flash sale. That's a lot of money, you know. That's a huge amount of revenue coming into the business. But the business's success today is different from the success that we hope that would come tomorrow. So the flash sale is bringing in a lot of revenue today, but what if that eventually turns out to be what ruins the business tomorrow? I mean, in the long run. So, I mean, as you already know, it actually did ruin Tila. So fast forward to the unintended consequences of this decision. And before I also move on, let me note this. In business generally, there's almost no solution rather, that you use to address a problem that doesn't have unintended consequences. That unintended consequence may not show up immediately. It may start showing up 8 months later, a year later, sometimes 10 years later. That is when you start seeing the unintended consequence of a single solution that was used to address a problem. So, what's your best bet as a business leader? When you're making decisions, you have to figure out what would be the unintended consequences of that decision or of that solution that you're choosing. Map out different solutions and choose the one with the most manageable unintended consequence. Or even if you choose to go with the one that has a very, very severe unintended consequence, you have to have a plan on how to manage it. You have to have a plan on how to make sure that that consequence doesn't, pull the business to the wrong path. So, I'll talk more about this in a subsequent blog post, but let me just move on for now. So, profit margin begins to go down. They have an increase in discount hunters. I also mentioned that in the blog post, and their operating cash begins to go down. Now, at the point when operating cash begins to go down, this now becomes the major problem for the business. Initially, it was low sales and low retention rate, but at this point, operating cash becomes the major thing. Yeah. So we are back to the same loop. They have a major problem now, shortage of cash. So what do? They choose to cut down on cost, and the first place they hit is labor cost. They cut down, they reduce headcount, and they reduce the pay of the remaining staff. This is one thing that has been baffling me about business for years. I'm yet to find out why we leaders will always run to label first when cash is low. We reduce the pay of the team. We cut down on people on the team. Why? Why do we not look at other aspects of the business where we can cut down on cost? Why this? I have been having some conversations with executives on this particular subject because I really want to know why. It's a very, very, I don't know. I don't know what it is like, but I'm trying to figure it out. The conversations I've had, I've really not found anything. So if you are interested in this particular subject, you would like to know why, write me and I'll let you know when I do find, you know, an answer to it. Whatever it is I find, I'll be sharing with you. If you know why or you've had experiences, please, 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 when you get down to the bottom of this blog post, you will see the email that I have attached there. Please write me. Let's have a conversation. I really want to know. Okay. So let me go back to what I was saying. So yeah. They do cut down on headcount and they reduce the pay of the few people left. As time progresses, the workload of the staff goes up. Of course it will, because they did not cut down on the workload. They only cut down on the number of staff. Staff burnout also increases. And I didn't even include here that the staff morale goes down. Nobody likes it when you touch their salary. Nobody likes it when you cut their compensation, especially when the amount of work they have to do goes up. So that is not even accounted for here, but let's go on. So staff burnout goes on, and as a result, operational errors go up automatically. These two things would usually go hand in hand. A tired person, a stressed out person will make terrible decisions, will make a lot of mistakes that ordinarily they wouldn't make if they're not tired. It's a normal thing that happens to every living human being. Even as leaders, when we're tired, we make wrong decisions. How much more our team? So operational error goes up, and as a result of that, operating cost goes up. For Tila, for example, if they make a mistake while making t-shirts, they have to correct it. If the mistake is so bad that it can't be corrected, those that batch of t-shirt would have to be made again from scratch. And guess what? They are using resources to make it. Time is also spent. So all of those things add up to increased operating cost. Also, product quality goes down because even though they have some quality assurance to make sure that the t-shirts are well made, some mistakes will still pass. Everybody is under pressure generally. As a result, customer satisfaction begins to go down, customers begin to complain heavily, and then brand reputation also goes down. Why? Because everybody has tripods. I mean, even though we didn't have tripod, nobody closes their mouth when a business continues to sell things that are under quality. Is there a word that's under quality? Well, you understand what I'm trying to say. Under quality t-shirt. Nobody will close your mouth about that. But well, considering that almost everybody now has a tripod and we all have access to social media, people will record videos, people will vlog about it, and a lot of people will exaggerate. They will talk about the things that did happen, and they will talk about the things that did not happen. So now the possibility of Tila generating new sales, getting new customers becomes way thinner than before. They also would not be able to retain the customers that they have been managing to retain using those by using the bi-weekly flash sale that they have been doing. So at the end of it all, although this is actually not the end of it all, this loop can continue basically, but this is where I want to stop it. So at the end of this, you see that they are back. They are back to the initial problem. Sales going down, retention going down. Except that we still do not know why sales are going down, and we still do not know why they are unable to retain their customers. So, although the aim of this specific, blog post is to help you see the right ways to apply discounts and the wrong ways to use discounts. Another thing you can pick out from this is that as a business leader, it's not our job is not just to solve problems. We have to find the right problems to solve. Tila's leadership is doing their job of solving a problem, but they have missed the most fundamental of that job, which is finding the right problem first. They are literally just attacking this thing, sales and retention, which is a symptom of another problem in the organization that they do not know about yet. And now they are using a solution that doesn't really work well to address a problem whose real source they do not know, or whose real cause they do not know. So I hope this does help you. And please, back to the staff cost thing and why we leaders tend to cut down on labor cost very quickly and reduce the pay of our team. If you have anything to share with me on this, you are very much welcome. I would love to hear from you. Please write me. Do I say bye at this point? Anyways, bye. I'll see you in the next one.